If the van could talk, Roy, what would it complain about?
Let's say we've been driving for 27 hours. Where are we going?
Well, welcome to the next episode of the HUNTXP Podcast. We are very pumped for this one because we have a returning guest who's a fave of ours, has become a friend. Roy Holdford is coming on the podcast. You know him from his turkey van tours and his tour as an intern with the hunting public. And I feel like he runs with the hunting public guys, Gone All Season guys, both groups of guys that we've gotten to know a little bit. So we're going to start talking turkey season. It's that time of year, Johnny, to start talking turkey. Are you getting pumped for it?
I'm getting very pumped. Actually, one of the most attractive things that my wife will do every now and then is when she spots a turkey in the yard and she decides to tell me. I just think that's
your love language, huh?
Yep.
Being alerted by the game.
And when
in
she's
the field.
excited, she's excited about it. She's like,
Okay.
"Hon, there's two
Right.
toms in the yard." And I'm like, and I get up and I look, I'm like, "Look at that, 2 toms in the yard." Boys get pumped. So we've got a couple local toms around the house that I hope are going to make it pretty easy for the kids to fill
That's
their
great.
turkey tags.
You wouldn't guess this with me living in Minneapolis, but anybody who lives in Minneapolis knows you see plenty of turkeys. I don't know if people know this about Minneapolis, but they're all over the place. I had my wife took me out for lunch at this really nice restaurant, and we walk out of the parking lot, 2 massive toms, just chilling in the parking lot. I'm like, okay, sign. Every time I see them, I'm like, it's a sign. They're just waiting for me.
My cousin Marcus every now and then will send me a video. He lives, near Minneapolis, and he'll be like, "They were pecking bugs out of my truck's grill this morning. Like they're just
Oh my gosh,
rampant in those neighborhoods."
One of these times I want to just chase them down because the city turkeys are so they're so tame. They'll get mad at traffic. Like they will start crossing the road and they'll puff up and peck at ongoing traffic.
Yep.
So
they're so smug. They're city turkeys.
They're so smug. That is the right word for it.
They're not a country turkey where they're still wise enough to I gotta leave because you're dangerous.
No. Super entitled turkeys.
Right. Love that.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, turkey season's coming. It can't come fast enough. I'm going to, archery season for me in Minnesota starts mid-April. So we're, by the time this podcast come out, only a little bit more than a month away from that. It's pretty awesome. So
fantastic.
We're pumped for our conversation with Roy. That should be good. We're going to just journey along with what he's been up to since last year when we recorded at this time. Lots from what I can tell with the different content he's putting out on the internet. Here's where we're going from here. We just wanted to give you a roadmap. We got some great guests lined up and the next one up will be Dan Infalt, which is huge for us. What a legend of a deer hunter. And we get to talk to him about a fun event coming up this summer that he and others are organizing called Huntstock that's happening in Wisconsin in our stomping grounds in July. So I'm excited to hear from him about that and just whatever wisdom we can glean from the hunting beast himself.
Right.
That'll be sweet. Watch out for that. And as we've done before, we did some shout outs and we got some podcast guests from it. So it was sweet. We did a shout out a couple episodes ago and we were like, oh, this guy would be sweet to have the podcast. And then I tagged him and he's like, I'll be on the podcast. Let's go. So we got Courtney coming from We Do This Too Outdoors. And then another guy reached out. So it's just fun, man. It's cool.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I think some of those, it's obviously amazing to get guests that you've kind of followed and have a massive following. But some of the more fun conversations we've had are just, regular guys that don't have a following, but just love hunting. So it's great.
Yeah. Speaking of fun conversations, I'm not one to self-promote, but our last episode, the reaction episode, we were saying this before. They were like, wow, that was super fun. So if you haven't listened to our last episode, the reaction episode, Johnny and I had a lot of fun reacting to different news and actual hunting films, which we haven't done yet. It's something we tried that was new. So if you haven't seen that, go to our YouTube page, watch that. We have a good time reacting to some pretty funny stuff. So it's a good time.
Yeah, I agree. We were listening to it the other day. I was listening to it on my phone and then got in my wife's vehicle and was driving, and my kids and my wife were in the car, and my Bluetooth connected and it just came up and we were all listening to it. And even though we couldn't see it, the videos we were reacting to, I think they were definitely invested in our conversation as well.
They were invested in it.
Yep.
That's awesome, man.
It was good.
That's awesome. Yeah, we've had a fun time. If you're joining us for the first time for Roy, we're excited to have him on. It's a great time. We have a lot of other episodes if you want to check out what we've done. This is up in the 40s for us, maybe approaching 50 even. I don't know how close we are to 50. We'll have to celebrate. But before we get into the interview with Roy, we want to let you know, because as we've been doing this, just kind of throughout the time that we've been doing it for a year and a half, different partners have reached out and we've established relationships with them, and then can turn around and give you discounts for those things. So if you check out the description to this episode or other episodes, there's going to be a whole list of gear, from boots from True Dave. We've got stuff from Tidewee down there. We got stuff from Nested Tree Stands. We've got stuff from Guard Pro trail cams, and we've got discounts for all of those things. So if you're in the market for a trail cam, boots, I know I'm testing out a turkey vest this year from Tidewee. There's lots of good stuff down there. And part of the thing that we get to do is bring you discounts on top of it. So check out all that stuff. We'd love for you to benefit from those partnerships that we've built.
I'll give a plug too. Nested just came out with a new clothing line.
They did.
That looks pretty sick. So
I saw that too. Yeah. I saw the little teaser videos. We might have to get Gabe or someone from the team on again to tell us what that's all about, but they look pretty sick.
Yeah. Might need to field test some of that stuff too.
You listen, Gabe.
Come on, Gabe.
Hook us up.
No, it looks awesome though.
It does. It does look pretty sick. That's great. Well, let's have him on. It's time for Roy. Let's do
Bring
it.
on Roy.
Well, Roy, you're here, man. Back for round 2, a year later. Welcome back.
I appreciate you having me back.
Yeah. How you been, dude?
I've been good, man. I'm just getting everything ready for turkey hunting. It's coming up fast.
I have this perception of you that you just hunt turkeys all year round. I know that's not even possible, but like this is like the only thing in my mind is like he's probably hunting turkeys. I know it's, August, but he's probably doing it. I'm sure you think about it, Tom. Well, we got lots to catch up on, man. We talked to you this time last year. So I would love to hear, for those of us who didn't, let me back up. For those of us who didn't catch the Turkey Van Tour last year, what's in your archives from, I guess that would be 2024, because you're running a year back now?
25.
25.
I'm posting last year's videos now.
Got it. Okay. Oh, yeah. So give us a rundown of 2025. You can either go back to what is out or look ahead at what's coming. You choose your own adventure.
Yeah. I what already is out is basically started in South Florida, went to Alabama, hunted home in North Carolina, and then out west. And I did Minnesota and Wyoming. Those are all the videos that are out right now. And then I have a bunch more where I met up with Cole Booth and Zach Fehrenbaugh, and we ran around the West for a week.
Nice.
Yeah, it was like the best turkey swing I'd ever been on.
Wow.
We just drop into a spot, hit a call. There was a bird gobbling. He came right in. Pretty much the entire trip. It was unbelievable.
Dude, wow.
Yeah. So those videos are coming out very like this week.
Fantastic.
Awesome. Yeah.
Fantastic. What states did you hit in that trip?
We went to Colorado and Utah and Wyoming.
Nice. We touched on this a little bit last time. I think I recall you saying, like, out west, you better be on their line when they're off the roost. Did you find that to be true this time, or what did you learn this time around going out west?
It seemed like the birds that we were finding were still pretty like had a bunch of hens with them, and they weren't really moving around a ton. Like me and Zach killed 2 off the same tree in Colorado, and we just kind of like roosted the flock the night before, and then got in there and called one in, and then called the other one in 20 minutes later. So
dang.
But they were like using that Corey area for sure. Like certainly we're acting like nobody had they had never seen a human before, or at least not that season.
Perfect.
And then the one that Cole shot in Wyoming, we just by like chance like got in their area one afternoon, watched them fly up, and then got in the next day, and they flew down, and like they didn't gobble the entire time that we hunted them. Like not in the limb the night before, not the morning after, but like we got in there close to them and watched him at like 60 yards for probably 30 minutes. And then he finally walked to like 45, and Cole's like, I'm shooting.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice one. That's great. That's good. It seems like in that trip, roosting them was key for you guys, as it is often.
I'd say for Miriam's, like I have the most success when I can roost one.
Hmm.
That trip was a little bit different because we were finding them like they were gobbling a lot, and we were finding them midday too. But like roosting is definitely, because Miriam's typically they just gobble a lot more, and they're just easier to find. In any scenario where I can like get within 100 yards of a turkey before he even flies down, like that's an ideal situation. It's just a little bit easier to do with the Miriams. I feel like I roosted like every day of the season last year, and just like any state out east, it just didn't work. I just never heard one gobble, or wasn't close to one, or I don't know what the deal was, but
that's interesting.
A little bit easier of a tactic out west. They're just a little more vocal.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I didn't know that about Miriams, that they're more vocal than Easterns. What is it like? You're about to go down to Florida now. What is it? Is there any variation with the Osceolas that you've noticed in that way?
I hunted Osceolas for the first time last year. The only major difference that I saw was like they're kind of few and far between. They cover a lot of ground out there, and finding them is the hardest part. But like once you find them, like from the one that I shot, from this like 10 plus people that we talked to, like pretty much every time you find them, they're burning it down and they come right in.
Nice.
But we walked 75 miles in 6 days before we found one. So
jeez,
it just seems like that's how it is out there.
Yeah. My goodness. That's super fun. What did you, apart from the kills themselves, is there parts of that trip with Zach and Cole that are a fun part of the videos, or maybe didn't make the videos, that you guys will remember from that trip?
Yeah. I mean, there's always, whatever.
With that crew, there's certainly always something, I imagine. Whether or not you want to share it on a podcast is a whole nother thing.
Yeah. Whatever stem we're going, whatever loop we're in, like there's always one of those. I think I just went through this Colorado video, and I think we ended up saying we got Colorado like 20 times in the video. It was just like,
funny.
Just kind of like making fun of the people that put check marks in their Instagram posts when they kill in another state.
Got it.
They're
just like,
yes.
Like, man, we gotta get Colorado today. Just dumb stuff.
I can just hear Zach saying that right now. I don't know. Yeah, it's just, he's got that voice, that goofy voice that everybody knows.
Yeah.
On this upcoming tour that you're doing, are you meeting up with other guys too? Are you flying solo for some of it? Tell us more about that.
I'm trying to meet up with my friends as much as possible this year. I feel like I end up running solo a lot, just because it's not everybody's schedules align at the same time. But like I've actually like done a pretty good job this year of like asking like everybody that I know what their turkey hunting schedule is, and like trying to plan accordingly, or like plan for every option. Try to get something to work out. I'm definitely going to meet the THP guys down in Mississippi. I ended up drawing the public land tag, so I'm going to go down there and hunt with them for a little bit.
Nice. What other states you hitting up this year? Johnny, you go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, because you mentioned it, you meet up with the THP guys. I feel like I saw you in a couple of their hunting videos this year. You're always behind the scenes with the camera, but it's always fun for me when I'm watching those episodes and you pop up. So you guys, I mean, it seems like you do a ton together, which is pretty awesome. They've become part of like your hunting crew, or vice versa.
Yeah. I'd say Zach's one of my best friends, probably. And like a lot of, it's just way more fun to to hunt with buddies than it is by yourself. So I try to do it as
100%.
much as possible. Like the Ohio Muzz thing, something that I've been doing for the past 3 years that THP does. And it's like, I try to make it a point. Like I really don't take trips in the fall anymore. I just kind of save them all for the spring. But I'm like, if like I had to take one, it'd be Ohio Muzz, just so I could go and hang out with all my buddies for a week.
Absolutely.
That's a blast. So give us the rundown. What's the lineup for this coming year? What do you got lined up for states and hunts?
Definitely Florida, Mississippi, and Texas to start. And then past that, like we'll hunt the first week back home in North Carolina.
Nice.
Maybe do Texas, maybe do like Georgia, even though it whooped my butt last year. Yeah, and then past like April 15th, I'd like to end up out west somewhere, but I've got no idea. Keeping all my options open.
There you go. Are you gonna link up with Nick up in Texas?
If he can, he's got like a newborn due any day.
That's
so
right.
If he can get away, we talked about it. If he can get away, then he'll come meet me out there. But
sweet, yeah. Busy time. Although good timing on his part as an outdoorsman. You know, like. He could have backed it up a few months with the birthday, but not bad. Not bad. At least it's not November or something like that. You can talk to Johnny, who isn't on the screen right now, about having a kid in November. But yeah.
I can imagine. Well, your guys' November is my May, and my nephew was born in May, so that's one that's not ideal. But
yeah,
you
try to swing back for it, or you kind of like
Yeah, I have been for the past 2 years. I don't know if I am this year, but we'll see.
Nice. Are you going to make it up to our neck of the woods at all? Minnesota, Wisconsin? Sounds like you did that last year. Will you come back for that?
Yeah, I'll probably end it up there. I think there's going to be another big camp up there with THP and a lot of other guys. So
fun. Nice.
They kind of typically ended up there, so I'll probably end up doing that as well.
You do the late season? Like you pick up the bonus tags up there?
Yeah. Nice. I do that last season, and I don't know if I'd hit Minnesota in the second to last season, coming back east from the west, or just I think Wisconsin ends on the 26th this year, and Minnesota's the 31st, so I might hunt Wisconsin till the 26th and then end it in Minnesota.
Nice. Johnny, what season did you get? You got the first one?
I've got A.
Nice.
Yeah. So mine's like right after the youth season. I think it's must be the 17th or something of April, somewhere around there. Nice. My wife and I both have that one.
Nice. Our crew, we group hunt and we apply for the first season every year and never get it. Never. They're just always like, these guys, third season every year. We're fine with it. We do well, but it's kind of a joke every year. Like, okay, I guess we're going to apply for it, but never happens.
Yeah.
So.
The secret is owning land. I have landowner preference.
There you go. Yeah, that'll help.
So we actually had Caitlin Moss on the podcast, and we were talking about how in Johnny's neck of the woods in particular, they introduced turkeys and they made a huge resurgence, are doing really well in northern Wisconsin. But then it was news to me that they're actually not doing well nationally. Is that what you hear? Are there certain pockets? I feel like of all the people to ask, you might be the one to know since you have sampled many a state. How are they doing nationally from your perspective?
I mean, I think there can be like bad years from time to time where in whatever area that you're hunting. I think overall, like you look at the grand scale of things, like habitat loss is the biggest reason why population numbers dwindle. And like where most of the habitat loss is in the southeast. Like that's where there's just more people in those populated areas, and the loss of habitat is what's the biggest the overall killer for turkey populations. And you have, in the southeast, it's as big into the culture. So there's a lot more turkey hunters running around experiencing the same, like bad years in terms of turkey harvest.
So it's kind of dual threat, like low supply, high demand. So it's felt more acutely.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I think just nationally, loss of habitat is something that we as outdoorsmen have to be outspoken about.
Mm-hmm.
because that's the number one thing, like to take so much from the resource and not give anything back. Like habitat restoration should be at the forefront of every outdoorsman if that's what you love to do.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
For the pedestrian turkey hunter, what are the best ways to get involved in that you're aware of? I know that might be regional, but for someone who wants to take that challenge seriously, what's the best place to start?
Yeah, there's several brands out there like the National Wild Turkey Federation. They have tons of opportunities to get involved, tons of programs, tons of, research projects that their donation dollars fund. Like they're them and Turkeys for Tomorrow are like in a similar, they are taking action on the issue. I think those are two big brands that people should at least read up about. Like you can
Sure.
support if you feel called to, but I think at least like research about what kind of programs they have going on because they're making some good steps.
All right, I got some more questions about this season that we're about to watch as it unfolds here from last year's hunts. What was one of the most surprising things that happened without, spoiler alerts for you?
I mean, probably, I guess generally, like, I'm not sure there were many days when we were on that Western swing where we were actually up early. Like we just kept oversleep. Like if we roosted one, we would wake up, we would get in there and hunt them. That happened twice, but like the other 5 days we were out there, we just like overslept, drove to the spot, and there were turkeys gobbling. So it's not always like that. Like there's certainly a lot of timing involved in that when birds are
Sure.
hot and gobbling activity is at a peak. Like we definitely hit it just right. But like it was just pretty funny didn't seem like we were really trying that hard. Really, we were getting our beauty sleep and still on them. So
Kind of noticed that a little bit in turkey camp that if you were, right away, obviously right off the roost is awesome. But it's almost like that later morning. I would assume maybe as the toms are done breeding their hens and they're searching a little bit and start being a little bit more vocal. It's almost like the next best opportunity sometimes is that little window in mid morning where they're out and about.
yeah, totally. Unless you're like your best opportunities are like get really close right off the roost. They fly down and you're already in their area, or like by early morning, you can just be in an area that they're going to. And then your next best opportunity is when the hens start to split up and Tom gets lonely late morning,
Yep.
Totally.
That would have driven me nuts. I'm like I gotta be there so early and set up so early. I'd have been like, you guys, we have to go now.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a little bit of that. And then when we get there and it'd just be like, oh, it was no biggie.
I
We'll
mean,
just sleep
obviously obviously it worked out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. So you went out west. Those videos are coming out soon. And then is the bulk of the rest of what's coming out this year from your other states, or what comes next?
You mean from last year?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the Western stuff and then it was Wisconsin and then I finished in Vermont. So
Vermont. Nice.
yeah.
Is that
I've
one
got-
you've done before?
Not Vermont. I'd been up to New Hampshire before and Maine, but I hadn't done Vermont yet.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
it was beautiful up there. Weird time though. I didn't see very many turkeys. And the year before driving around, you'd see them everywhere. But it was not like it was.
Is there something that you tried last year that was new to you, or like new to your turkey hunting game, or an area that you wanted to challenge yourself in?
When we went out west, we were really targeting like cottonwood bottoms, like less so than like looking for big chunks of national forest, which is what I feel like I do or had done a lot previously, but I really wanted to like target like major, river bottoms, and seemed to work out pretty well for us. There are a lot of areas that I would like trying to figure out what it looks like by looking at it on a map and being like, this could have water and have turkeys, or it could not have any water, not have any roost trees for turkeys. So like, I guess going to those areas and finding turkeys was like a big confidence boost.
Yeah. So that was kind of the formula that you're as you're coming on actually like water source roosting trees, was there also some level of topography you're looking for when you're combing those maps digitally?
Not as much on the western stuff, just because it's all big mountains and stuff like that. But
Got it.
yeah, not really.
Cool.
Hey, you mentioned when we were chatting beforehand that you've taken a new position with Outdoor Life. You want to talk to us a little bit about what that looks like and how that's been?
Yeah, I started with Outdoor Life in December and have been on a couple projects. I went to Nebraska to film we did a duck load test video and shot ducks out in Nebraska. We just filmed like a pretty extensive turkey load test where we tested like basically all of the major TSS manufacturers and then like the top 2 lead loads. And we shot them all on paper, counted the pattern density, shot ballistic gel, and did the whole penetration test. And that I got to finish that video before I leave on Thursday. I don't know when my boss is going to want to post it, but that I feel like of all the TSS versus lead videos on YouTube, like I feel like this one answered a lot of questions, mostly just because we had access to all of the ammunition from all of the brands that would have just costed a regular person. I think we had like $1,200 in ammunition. It's like who the hell is going to take $1,200 out of their pocket to do this test? So
that's pretty awesome.
I guess that begs the question.
Well, we did it, so you don't have to.
Yeah, are you gonna share some findings with us, or do we have to wait till the video drops? No pressure. No pressure. Yep.
Yeah, I can't say anything yet. I probably shouldn't.
Sworn to secrecy.
Yeah.
We'll just watch the video.
Watch the video.
It's very explanatory.
Very good. Is this pretty cool for you to be able to not only film hunting content, but those sort of like experimental videos or gear testing videos like that?
It's been from a workload standpoint, those videos are a lot easier to make than these ones where I'm trying to like tell the story of a week-long hunt.
Yeah, I bet.
So it's been a little bit nicer in terms of a workload, and but it's also been I've been way more interested in some of these things than I initially thought. Initially, I just thought it was nerdy, and then ended up being that I'm also nerdy and care about this stuff. So
fantastic.
So it's been cool.
That's good. Well, congrats, man. That's a cool opportunity.
Really cool.
It'll be fun to follow that along and see you in that vein for sure. Yeah. I'm curious then about these hunts that you have on the horizon to be filmed here in 2026. Is there a thing you want to try or a way that you want to challenge yourself? Because I know you have done turkey hunting in a lot of different forms, a lot of different applications. Is there something that you want to try this year that you haven't yet?
Not initially. Like, I feel like I'm just way more open and like experienced to the whole like door knocking and try to get permission in areas. I feel like I've done it enough to where I just don't get so nervous about doing it.
Yeah. You've been rejected enough to get that feeling out of your system.
Yeah, exactly. So I think I might be more open to doing that in certain scenarios this year. Hell, if it'd make my life easier finding and hunting a turkey, then by all means you should do it. So that's like really the only thing I can think of off the top of my head. Other than that, I'm just trying to go and have a good time and make videos and hunt with my buddies. So
yeah, fantastic, dude. In that vein, if someone's listening to this and they want to put together a turkey camp and go out with their buddies, what have you learned about doing that with other guys that makes it more fun? I'll just leave it at that. What makes for a good turkey camp, in your opinion?
Just a positive mental attitude, man. Like if you have a positive mental attitude, you're going to have fun, whether it is awesome and you're shooting birds every day or it's just a suck fest. So I think just to go with the right friends, and it doesn't really matter like what kind of a trip you put together or how well it's going. Like you'll make some memories out there, good or bad.
Totally.
I suppose at this point, the amount of times you've done this now, you've probably had tours where you've overpacked, tours where maybe you've underpacked. What are like the essential things you have to have with you on this tour?
Food's one. I've ran out of food a couple times. And it's been not a great situation. There's my worst story is that I ran out of food and roosted a bird and didn't want to, I was probably like an hour from town, hour and a half, and was just tired, wanted to go to sleep. And all I had was just tortillas. And I was like shaking the seasonings that I like salt and pepper on these tortillas. And I was just eating rolled up tortillas with spices. So that's an important one. Make sure you got lots of food, lots of water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Picture at that point, you were like, I have to kill this bird because I have to eat it.
Yeah. That's how it gets sometimes. So a good cooler and a backup gun is always a good thing to take with you. Knock on wood, I haven't had to use my backup yet, but I'm sure that a day will come where I will need it. So always good to have 2 guns set up for turkey hunting. And, in terms of like actually being out there and turkey hunting, I try to bring as the least amount of stuff possible, mostly because I carry probably way more camera gear than I need to carry. So I need to make sure I take the least amount of everything else. But, yeah, I'm a believer in binoculars. I feel like there are lots of people don't take binoculars with them when they're turkey hunting. And there have been lots of times where, like, if I didn't glass a field before I walked down this road, I wouldn't have seen just like the top of this gobbler's head over there, and I would have walked through it and spooked him out of the field.
What calls are you running this tour?
Calls?
Yeah.
I really like the pinhoti ghost cuts, the purple and the gray one. Those are probably my favorite calls that I've ran. I've had some people send me some calls this season, and I'm kind of trying them out, trying to figure out which ones I like and which ones I'm going to take with me. But yeah, the pinhoti purple ghost is like the easiest blowing call that I think I've ever used.
Nice.
That's awesome. All right, man. I'm going to switch it up a little bit. I asked our AI hunting guide, who we like to call Crockett. I don't know if we ever told you that, but we created a custom AI hunting guide. And I asked him to come up with ridiculous questions for you.
Great.
Here is a hodgepodge of ridiculous questions from our AI. Are you ready for it? Do you want to do that?
Sure.
You up for it? Okay. How many gas station breakfast sandwiches can you eat before calling quality drops? Or it becomes more biological? One of the two.
Gosh. Yeah.
What is your go-to gas station food, man?
Definitely. Like, I'm a big gas station pizza guy. Like, I kind of just like am just a unpaid gas station pizza test dummy, because I just drive. If I see that this gas station has pizza, I'm gonna stop in and try it.
Yeah.
And up to this point, nothing's topped Casey's for me. So
I've heard that. I've honestly heard that.
It's so good.
Yeah. And well, Caitlin Moss was also her go-to food at gas stations was pizza also. So that's pizza. 2.
Yeah. I don't really do the breakfast sandwiches very much, mostly because I usually hunt till like noon anyways on most days, unless I'm just like driving around and there's one on the way. But yeah, gas station pizza for sure. I'd say that's a staple in my Turkey Van Tour road diet. I want to get better this year about like prepping meals beforehand.
Yeah.
But I do have I've got a new van and a lot more space, so I can bring my I've got a Coleman grill and a Blackstone, so I can run both of those. And
there you go.
Yeah. Try to do a little bit more cooking. Last year I did more cooking than the year before, so hopefully this year I can do even more.
Please do tell us about the new van. What do you got, man? You must be stoked for that.
I am stoked. I got a new, not new, it's like a 2018 Ford Transit, but it's the bigger Transit than the ones that I've been running around in.
Yeah.
And the lady that I bought it from had been living out of it for like 5 years, so it's like fully hooked up with electrical and got a inverter and
perfect
air conditioning, sink and water pump. Yeah, it's
look at you, Roy, moving up in the world.
Yeah, it's gonna be luxury.
Up in the world.
That's incredible.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm sure there's going to be a piece of you that misses the confines of the old transit, though. Maybe
totally. I'll miss the gas mileage
and
for
the
sure.
maneuverability. The maneuverability,
the drifts. Yeah. Did I see some drifts at one point? I feel like I saw some drifts.
I've done some drifts in that smaller one. I will not be doing any drifts in this big one.
I feel like with your new focus on cooking and your larger rig that you can bring more gear to cook with, you could have a side show called Cooking with Curl, as you're affectionately known by some.
Let's go.
Yeah. I can definitely do like more of the van life type of content with this setup. So I'm excited about that. I'm a little worried about like what kind of roads am I not going to be able to go down with this bigger van, because it's a lot heavier. Clearance on the low side's better now, but clearance on the high side is not as good.
Yeah.
So I feel like I hunt in a lot of national forests that has like managed roads.
Yeah.
In general. So I don't think it'll be a huge deal, but I'm sure I'll come across one scenario this year where it would have been nicer to have a smaller vehicle.
Yeah.
That's my only worry though.
Yeah. Have you ever had a mechanical nightmare on your turkey van tours that set you back, or has it been pretty good?
No, nothing other than like, I think I forgot to, I don't even know why I unscrewed it, but I was checking the oil reservoir and accidentally checked the coolant reservoir first and didn't screw the lid all the way back on the coolant. So it like all bubbled out and I ran out of coolant one time. But
nice. That was not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, that's my only hiccup other than like flat tires. Like I typically get one a year of those.
I'm sure wow. I was thinking more than just one with the places you go. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm really hung up on this Cooking with Curl or Curl Cooks. If you do that, can you just please give me a shout out, because those names are just great.
I'll give you
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. Appreciate that. Either royalties Cooking with Curl or Curl Cooks, whatever you want.
Johnny's going to have to be a guest on this hypothetical show someday.
Yeah.
You're going to have to bring your best turkey recipe.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, here's another one. What is the weirdest place you've ever brushed your teeth on a turkey van tour?
There's not anywhere that's like super weird. I guess just like a Walmart parking lot.
There you go.
Yeah. It's like Walmart parking lots, or you're just out in the middle of the forest.
Forest, like it. It's good. If the van could talk, Roy, what would it complain about?
Let's say we've been driving for 27 hours. Where are we going?
Nice.
Yeah.
Where are you taking me?
Yeah.
All right, man, be honest. How many states into the tour does personal hygiene become optional?
Dude, it's like 4 days in.
North Carolina is the answer. North Carolina.
4 days into the tour and you haven't showered and you've been walking 10 miles. It's like, well, I already stink. Like,
yeah,
I'm already disgusting, and I can't shower for another week.
So you don't do the portable shower thing. You're just like,
I don't have one because I never had the space. I probably could now. I used to have a Planet Fitness membership, and I would go and shower there when it was on the way. I don't have it anymore, but I might just pay like a day rate if I get really desperate to go and use the showers.
Yeah. What was the wisest old gobbler that you ever shot? And tell us the story.
Wisest gobbler. Well, that one in Georgia last year was pretty wise, and I didn't get him, so I don't know if that counts. But
we'll let it count.
I ended up calling this bird in on 3 separate days, and he'd pretty much come in to like 40, 50 yards, and he would either just like, he'd turn a corner, or he'd come and pop his head up like just over the roll. And if he didn't see the hen that had been calling to him, then he'd give you like a second and a half, and then he was turning right back around and gone out of your life. So that one was pretty frustrating, just to have him so close that many times and just like never have a legitimate opportunity at him. So he was very, very wise as to not put himself in harm's way.
There you go. I feel like turkeys don't get the credits that is due to them about how beautiful of an animal they actually are. Most people just think they're ugly. So in that vein, what's the prettiest bird that you have taken?
Dude, I think they're all pretty.
Yeah.
Like I think it's way less about what they look like for me. Half the time I walk up to a bird, I don't even check the beard or the spurs until like very like 15 minutes later.
Yeah.
It's very much about like the experience for me. So like the Osceola that I shot in the burn in the fog last year was like one of the coolest hunts that I'd ever been on. Like, shooting 2 off the same tree with Zach was like one of the coolest hunts I'd ever been on as well. So it's way more about that for me than it is like out there just picking the most beautiful bird that I can find.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Totally. There you go, Roy. There's the smattering of random questions from Crockett.
Okay.
Yeah.
That wasn't too bad. First one threw me for a loop.
The first one was outrageous.
Yeah.
What's maybe one of the bigger life lessons you've learned just from doing these tours, kind of being, like you've said, you've got like 27 hours of windshield time by yourself for a lot of it. Like, what are some of the bigger life lessons you've learned or things you've learned about yourself on these tours?
I guess just that like having a good attitude is probably the most important thing you can do for it's like more hunting specific, but it's also you can transfer it into all aspects of your life. But like just having a good attitude and like having the mindset that if you don't get them this day, you at least learned how to get them the next day. And so when your mindset is that, like every day is a win. Like there's no failure, so to speak, when that's your mindset. So I think that's one of the biggest life lessons. That's definitely helped me become a better hunter and woodsman. And you can take that and transfer it into any aspect of life.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's so much power in positive thinking. That's for sure.
That's good. We've talked about you as a turkey hunter. I'm curious if you have any areas this year or even that you were challenging yourself with last year as a videographer. I've said before, your content is some of the most creative and engaging and fun. And I feel like I don't want to put words in your mouth, but it's clear to me when I watch your stuff, you're not creating from a place of someone else's benchmark. You're creating from a place of expression within yourself. And it comes out in just super engaging stuff. So I'm curious just what the growing edge is for you. What do you want to experiment with more? How do you want to push yourself as a storyteller or a camera person or cameraman? What's that like?
Yeah, I definitely have always put my main focus on making the videos as good as they can be and making something that I'm proud of. And that's just kind of naturally like led me to test myself in different ways stylistically. And, making media and content is a lot of just like trial and error and trying to figure out what works and what doesn't. And like what you scroll through on Instagram and watch and think is cool, like sometimes I just try to take that video and recreate the exact same thing, but like try to learn the skills that it took to make that edit or to find that sound effect or something like that. So like I feel like I've evolved in that way. Eventually, master plan is to like not do the turkey van tour forever. Like I think eventually I'd like to it just because it takes up so much of my time and there are other projects that I would like to do. I feel like the direction that the turkey van tour is going is great. Like I'm very satisfied with it. But eventually I would like to, my boss said this to me this past weekend. He said, if you're just starting out and you don't know what to film yourself. And then when you start to like get into when you start to learn and get into your creative and stylistic avenues, then you start to tell other people's stories. And so I think that's something that I would love to work on documentaries about, like like the US Super Slam. Like I would love to interview people that have done it, people that haven't done it, what people think about it, and then like make a long form style video of that.
Yeah.
And like there's several projects like that out there that are really intriguing to me, just like in the long term of video creation. But a lot of it is not really possible when I'm spending this amount of time making these turkey videos. So
yeah, it's a trade-off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be sad if the turkey tour stops, but we'll understand.
We'll understand.
It's okay.
I'll always be turkey hunting, but
Yeah.
it's just the workload of videos is really the hardest part.
Yeah.
Just like cranking them out all spring long. Like I haven't left my computer in like 2 months. I've just been working on videos.
Oh, man.
So
You're ready to be out there then, I can imagine. Jeez. Yeah. Well, we appreciate the work, dude.
Yeah.
The stuff you put out is just so engaging, so fun to watch. And the stories you tell are worth telling. And it's cool to follow along. And we're just super grateful that you take up time to come talk to two guys like us about this stuff. This is awesome. So thank you for coming, man.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it.
I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. The overall feedback has been really good this year. So I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, thanks, Roy. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
Behind the scenes bonus banter.
There you go. We did it just on time. Yeah, that's so funny. My brain is like, can't absorb any new information.
I think you did well.
Unfold? Let me say that.
Enfault.
Enfault. The next one will be Dan Enfault. Am I saying that right?
Enfault. Yep.
Enfault. I think I had it wrong for a long time. So.
Yep.
Yeah, the next one up will be Dan Enfault. What is it?
Dan Enfault.
Enfault. Is it N or in?
Well, Infault, probably. Dan Infault.
Infault. Yeah. Okay.
Infault.
Because that's how it's spelled. Like, okay.
Infault.
Yinfield?
Outfield.
I think I was saying Enfield or something like that.
Yeah. It's INFALT. Infault.
Fault. It's his fault.
He's in fault.
Why don't you say that to him as soon as he comes on the pod? You are in fault.
I will not. I will not say that to Dan.
Great starter of your relationship with Dan.
He'll be like, and either you leave or I'm leaving. He's
and
like, I'll talk to
We're
JD,
done.
But not you.
He's gonna pull a Gronkowski or whatever, just walk out of the interview or whatever that was. So I'm done here.
So everyone knows this is just a peek into the life of fatherhood. JD just having to be a dad. There's the autofocus on the buck. It always focuses on the buck. Whenever JD walks away, camera pans to the buck.
Here, please come over here. Do you hear that?
I do. That's really nice.
That's horrible.
Sounds great. Hey, Daniel.
Yeah, he's doing one more thing here. Check 1, 2. Can't hear it there either. Okay, that's not gonna work. We're not doing that. Sorry.
Bye.
Good night. Bye.
I narrated a little bit of when you walked away. I narrated a little bit of that.
Listen to your mouth. 3, 2. Bye-bye.
I narrated a bit of that, of all of that when you walked away.
It is now, I don't even know what you narrated that as.
And I basically said a glimpse into the life of fatherhood for those who do not.
Oh
have
my
kids.
gosh. 100%. Yep.
And when you walked away and it couldn't pick you up, it autofocused on your buck again. It always does that. And it makes me laugh so hard. It just like pans right to that buck.
What do you want to say?
Hi.
Okay, bye.
Bye, Rosie.
It's Jesse.
Jesse. I couldn't see him in the camera. I thought you said Rosie.
Yeah.
Hunt stock.
Yeah.
That seems like a thing that could maybe work for me as well, potentially.
Yeah. I honestly don't know much about it or what to expect. So I'm kind of genuinely curious to ask Dan a bunch of questions about it.
And he's next Sunday, right? Is that correct?
Yeah. I kind of stacked him a little bit. So
that's great. It's great.
Yeah. I figured we're going to want to take a spring break probably. So
yeah.
Courtney from We Do This Too.
Yeah.
It's cool. Like 2 guys we tagged wanted to be on the podcast. So Courtney is up Thursday night, and Dan Enfield, that's a big one. And
huge.
Then the Trophium guy, I got to get him back on the calendar, but it just was like, he's like, can we do a midweek? Or I'm just like, no, we just got to push it, man. Sorry. So we'll get him back. And then there's a young guy, his handle is like Tamarack Hunting or something like that. So I was like, why not? So, and then we probably should do a turkey episode. I don't know why. I just kind of get to that point. Like, it's like, what do we talk about with turkeys? But we'll have to come up with something to talk to Ben about if we do that episode.
Yeah, I think we should.
So
Well, I've got some decisions to make then because I'm getting to the point where I'm like, I should probably buy a new bow. And I'm like, or should I just ride it out and just get this one
so
tuned?
hard.
But
Yeah.
it's all right. I'll figure it out. Because I've kind of been doing this for like 2 years now where I'm like, I should get a new bow.
Yeah.
But it's all right.
Yeah, I wish we had it's just so tough. I wish we had a better contact. Yeah. Yours is very old.
Oh, man. It's from 2008, I think.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like when Obama was president.
Yeah, I mean,
or
the thing is,
first
though,
year of his presidency.
It just kind of goes to show, to the fact of like, you don't need the latest and greatest equipment. I smash deer with it all the time, but
yeah.
But I would really like a new bow, especially since we're like doing content. It'd be nice to be like,
totally.
check out my bow. I'm gonna look up the year for sure.
Kind of hardcore though, having an old bow like that.
I'm gonna look it up.
I don't know. I have a Vertex, so that's probably
okay.
How old is it?
It's a highly durable. It's a Q2. It's a highly durable and iconic compound bow released between 2000 and 2003.
Yeah,
that's how old that bow is.
Dude, I moved to Ashland in 2000. That bow is as old as our friendship. Is what
Good
that means.
Lord.
That's pretty sweet that you're still making it happen with that.
Well,
That's
and
awesome.
I had a Hoyt MT Sport, and I got that in high school. And then I sold it to my cousin because my uncle's like, hey, you want to buy my old Matthews for like $50? And I was like, yeah, well, it's old. It's really old.
Yeah, I think my Vertex is 7, 8 years old now. All right, I got to get this dog out of here. I'll be back. Come on, dude.
I think there's a couple different in the Q2 series. I still, for whatever reason, I feel like 2008 sticks out still. But either way, that's a super old bow. One thing I was thinking of, when you took a drink, did you see what your camera did?
No, did it zoom in on something?
It was just like, it just like zooms in on your profile drinking like my face right now. It just tightened everything up to your face.
The center stage.
One thing I thought about too is I've got a bunch of Cabela's points from building a house. I was like, should I just buy one of those like Bear Archery THP bows for the funsies of it and let that ride for a bit?
You should text Nick and be like, you want us to do a review on the THP bow?
I should text Nick and say that. Yeah.
Greg,
every video they do, he's like talking about his THP bow, and I think that's a lot more clout than any review that I would do. So
yeah, seriously. Greg, the savant.
He is, man.
Anything else you wanted to check in on before we got going?
I think it might be worth you mentioning, or one of us mentioning something about the people we talked about last episode, getting some of them on the pod. I think that's just kind of a unique and cool thing.
Yeah. Some like next up guests.
Yeah. And kind of how that organically happened from the shout outs. I think that's kind of cool.
Yes. Let's do it.
Because we're for the people, you know?
We are for the people. It occurred to me that we have some pretty sick discounts. We've like accumulated all these different discounts. I was thinking of them today. We have discount with Nested, True Dave, Tidewee now.
Yeah.
Guard Pro. So like we got all these, and I'll start dropping them all in the bottom, but
that's a good idea
because it's like 10 to 15% on each of those. So also disclaimer, I preached 3 sermons this morning. So
you're burnt.
My words, they might start slipping.
That's okay.
But maybe different life category. They'll be there. You know.
Yeah.
Less theology speak, more hunting speak. Maybe it'll work out.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Do it.
Here, I'll pray for us and then we'll get going.
Sweet. Let's do it.
Lord, we just thank you for today. Thank you for this time. Thank you for this fun adventure that JD and I are on. Thank you that you've blessed us with the opportunity to do it and to enjoy it and have fun and ultimately not take it too seriously that it becomes a chore. Lord, I pray that you would just give us refresh spirits for this next hour or however long it is, and that we would just really enjoy connecting with Roy. I pray that you'd be glorified through our interactions with him, and that he would just see us through, or see you through our interaction with him. Pray that you'd use us as you will, and give us the words to say. And that it would just be a fruitful and beneficial time. And again, just thank you so much for the opportunity to chat almost every week at length with JD. I've come to really love that. And I pray that you would bless our time. Name me pray. Amen.
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 Great. We got about 10 minutes till he hops on. Let's do it. We'll see how this intro goes.
All right.
If we hate it, we'll just film another one.
We've done more with less. So
we have done more with less. You're right about that. I feel like I need like some sort of like the camera cut thing.
Here. Are you ready?
Yep,
Here.
I'm ready. Wow, that was a thud. Doesn't work because then I just make fun of it right away and it doesn't actually serve the purpose of the. All right. Yeah, man, that'll be a fun one. Sweet.
He's the one who hooked us up last year with the leafy suits, isn't he?
North Mountain Gear. Yeah.
Dude, that was really
we should
cool of
check in
him.
with them. I'm still waiting on Nightingale.
Yeah.
They have not reached back out, so I don't know if there's anything there. They do have some stuff, but they're like distinct enough. I am getting a Tidewee turkey vest this year to test out from them. And we
Sweet.
have a new partnership with them. So
Yeah. That's pretty awesome.
excuse me while I drink out of my growler.
Yeah, and as the camera awkwardly pans it on your face again. There's Roy.
Yo,
What's up? I was just joking about my growler. People make fun of me like I'm carrying beer around and chugging it instead of hydrating. So, dude, how are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Good. Glad we finally made this happen, dude. Thanks for jumping back on.
Yeah, no problem.
Where do you get these hats, man?
Seriously.
That's incredible. This is absolutely incredible hat.
It's a thrift store find.
Man.
Gotta hit the thrift stores for these ones.
Yeah, man. Where do you? That's
Just
awesome.
Random shop in North Carolina, pretty much.
There you go. North Carolina's got the goods.
I feel like you almost got to be as cool as Roy to find something as cool as Roy. Like, you know what I mean?
Not everybody can pull that hat off.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I mean.
Let's just say that.
Like
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Respect.
Yeah.
Respect the hat.
I appreciate it. Gets lots of compliments.
Yeah, man. How are you and the wife? You good?
Yeah, man.
Good.
Yeah, everything's good. Just
You guys
trying to get everything ready for turkey hunting.
When do you take off? Like, when does the tour start for you? You go down to Florida first still?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thursday.
Nice.
Thursday.
All right.
We
Yeah.
grabbed you just in time.
Yeah.
See, we're going to have to make this an annual, like, pregame for your turkey van tour. Like,
Yeah.
talk to the HUNTXP guys and then go.
Yeah.
We got an invite from, not for this year, but for next year potentially. If you know Walt Lee from formerly SoCal Hunts?
I don't think so.
And Parker McDonald used to do not Southern Outdoorsman, but
The Southern.
anyways,
Yeah.
Southern Collective. He's in Florida and he's like, you guys come down. And we're like, hey, any excuse to get out of Minnesota and Wisconsin in March sounds freaking amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
no doubt.
That's good. Well, dude, I know I didn't really text any flow or anything, but we're like, it was such an easy time talking with you last time. We don't really feel like we need one. But if there is something that you've been working on that you want to talk about, we want to make sure to go there. Is there anything like that for you?
Not really. It's
The
like
tour itself?
Yeah, the tour itself, it's the same as it's been, the past 6 years. The only difference this year is that I started working at Outdoor Life full time. And so
Yeah.
Nice.
all of this year's videos are going to go on Outdoor Life's YouTube channel, but it's still the same.
Fantastic.
thing.
Yeah, that's sweet. I saw something with you in Outdoor Life the other day, and that's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah. Congratulations, man.
Congrats,
That's
man.
fantastic.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's been pretty good so far.
That's a smart pickup by them.
What do you get to do for them? What are you doing for them?
My role is like a multimedia producer. Essentially,
Nice.
I just am the video guy, the editing guy, the podcast guy, and occasionally write something. So
There you go. Awesome, man.
Doing it all.
Doing it all. How big a team is there now? What does the Outdoor Life like even look like? Because I'm sure it was like huge when print was huge, but has
Yeah.
had to adapt a little bit. What is it like now?
There's like 6 or 7 on our editing team, and then there's probably another 5 or 6 on the shooting team.
Got it.
We're owned by another like larger media company, and they
Sure.
have like their sales team that kind of works with us on that level as well.
Nice.
Really not a huge team.
Nice. You able to work there from North Carolina?
Yeah, it's fully remote. Everybody kind of lives all over, so it's
Fantastic, dude.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Good, man. Well, great.
What have you guys been up to?
Great question. What have you been up to,
Yeah.
Johnny?
Yeah, staying warm, trying to. No, it's I've stepped into a new role. I've coached my whole life, but primarily soccer. But this year I was asked to help coach my 8-year-old son's hockey team. So I've been at the rink probably 4 days a week and every weekend coaching hockey and all the craziness of hockey tournaments. And it's been amazing. So that's the biggest new thing. And then high school soccer I coach the girls varsity team at our high school. We start on March 23rd. So I'm about to get ramped up for that. But
Nice.
other than that, finding some sheds, scouting some turkeys, and getting ready for turkey season.
Sweet.
Yeah,
That's good.
Sounds cool. Hockey's cool.
hockey's so
It's
cool.
like the one sport that I don't know anything about, but like everything, like when I watch it, I'm just like, oh, that was cool. That was cool.
Yeah,
Like,
actually, I should say
it's more fun, I think, because I don't know how it works.
Yeah,
Right.
one amazing core memory now that is like ingrained in my family's life is we were at a tournament in a city a couple hours away from where we live, and we were all huddled around this TV in the lobby of the rink while the USA was going for gold. And
Wow.
yeah, so there's like hundreds of people gathered around this TV. And they hit the game winner in overtime, and the whole rink just erupted, and everyone, all the kids and parents, everyone starts chanting USA, all that.
Wow.
And I looked at my
Yeah.
son, the hockey player, and I'm like, I mean, I know you think this is amazing, but I don't think you realize how special this is. The last time they won gold, like Dad wasn't even born, and
Yeah.
you're going to be able to say 20 years from now, oh, I was at the Lakeland Ice Arena when USA won gold, when Jack Hughes hit the game winner, like that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's fun. Yeah, I feel like hockey is the funnest sport to watch for me, outside maybe the NFL if the game's good, but it's just so fast paced.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Good. Let's talk some turkeys. Let's do it.
Let's do it.